Here's some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Claire article quote, the Secretary General of the National Product calls for the application of Article 304 of the Iraqi Penal Code to protect the dinar. Quote, Article 304 of the Iraqi Penal Code, which stipulates the punishment and imprisonment of anyone who publicly broadcasts fabricated facts or allegations that would cause decline in the national banknotes or weakening confidence in the state's currency and its bonds, unquote. Mark Z via PDK says we are also hearing from people inside Iraq that the instructions for releasing the implementation for the budget have been issued a time ago, and publicly they have been acting as if things were not done. They are doing this on purpose as certain people in positions were being removed. They were quietly cleaning house behind scenes. Firm discussions were issued from the Prime Minister's office to not disclose these matters. They are about ready to announce they have made these necessary changes. I think this lets us know they are working diligently on full implementation of the budget, and this should bring us a change in value. All right, Pimpy says when they signed that agreement with Iran, I knew there was going to be consequences. That is probably something they should have thought twice about before it did, because as soon as that happened, all of a sudden, magically, we have sanctions on 14 new banks, 18 altogether. That's causing a huge problem with depreciation of the Iraqi dinar, causing a big gap between the official exchange rate and the black market rate. Walking stick question. Quote, Article 304, it's one of the things we've been waiting for, haven't we? Walking Stick says it's one of the things we've been waiting for, yes. In a nutshell, 304 is to protect fluctuations in the exchange rate of the IQD. To outlaw speculation on the exchange rate, they are protecting for their exchange from most likely UST interference. All right, Frank26 Firefly TV saying upcoming delegation heading to America to discuss the exchange rate, saying it's an Iraqi government delegation going to America. Frank said it's fantastic to see a CBI delegation is now headed to America to discuss your exchange rate with the U.S. Treasury. Jeff says the budget can only be implemented at a specific time in the year, not any time. That's the reason why we haven't seen the budget or the rate change at this time. The rate change is linked to the timing of the budget. They're peas in a pod. They're kind of married together. Caparoni Guru Jeff says the budget and a rate change are linked together. Wanna bet? They will begin to implement the budget for the next 3 years, and there will be no RV. Only with the success and growth of Iraq's economy can the dinar go up in value. Militiaman, if the central bank is ready to go and the finance ministry is ready to go, if al-Sudani is ready to go, why aren't we ready to go? Militiaman's answer says, I can't answer that question. Nobody can except for the powers that be. We know the United States Treasury came involved. We know U.S. Ambassador is involved, and we know the Central Bank of Iraq had conversations in the last 48 hours. These guys are talking about what we are talking about. Mark Xavier PDK says the Iraqi people are done waiting and forcing the issue. This discussion is in the streets with government officials and banks. We will be getting our rate change. It is happening. All right, Frank26 says there is an entourage delegation headed to the U.S. Treasury in D.C. to talk about the exchange rate, the Iraqi dinar. It is my opinion they're going to deliver the new rate, the new exchange rate to the U.S. Treasury. All right, Pimpy article quote, an upcoming visit of Iraqi government delegation to America to discuss the issue of the exchange rate, unquote. Pimpy says we have Iraq ready to meet with the United States over the value of the Iraqi dinar. Iraq really needs to figure out a way to get out of control of the United States. It's really a pain in the butt for them. Quote, the devaluation of the dinar is one of the hottest issues in the Iraqi streets, so would be the most prominent access of the meeting, unquote. And lastly, Mark Z via PDK says, I know a number of very connected people who are traveling to be in place by Friday. I hope this means this is finally coming to an end. We just don't know, but it is very encouraging. The sheer number of reports from folks that were asked to travel and be in place. Stay calm, but this is getting interesting.